Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 5, entitled as Karma Sannyasa Yogam. Sloka 7. Yoga-yukto viśuddhātmā vijitātmā jitendriyaḥ sarva-bhūtātma-bhūtātmā kurvann lipyate. Yesterday, we learned the three methods in which one can generally obtain knowledge. They are pratyaksha pramanam, anuman pramanam, shabda pramanam. Also, we saw the four doctrines of Buddha: Shanabhangaha, Pratyakshartha Bhangaha, Bhagyartha Bhangaha, Dharma Dharmi Bhava Bhangaha. That is, everything in the universe is momentary in nature. The object of perception do not actually exist. External objects do not exist apart from knowledge. Apart from attributes, there is no separate substance as such. So, these are the teachings and doctrines of Buddha. Now let us see the four schools that have developed their main doctrines based on these principles given by Buddha. And these four schools are considered to be part of the Buddhism. They are known as Madhyamika, Yogachara, Sautrantika, Vaibhasika. We will see each of them and their teachings and how they are not valid and supported by Vedic perspective. Madhyamika, Sarvam Sunyam. Everything is non-existence. That's their philosophy, and they strictly follow and apply that. That is the nature of the object, which is Atma, universe, knowledge, everything. Nothing can be determined. Hence, the nature of the object is indescribable, and therefore it is found to be sunyam, void, non-existence. This school of Buddhism does not accept even pratyaksha pramana. Does not accept pratyaksha pramana, meaning you see something and we understand that object is present there. But Madhyamika does not even accept the existence of that object. It denies pratyaksha pramana also. Their theory is nothing exists. Everything is void. Nothing exists in the past, present, future. It is of non-existence. There is nothing called past, present, and future, since nothing exists. This term sarva-sunyam, which means total negation, do not imply non-existence. Now we are going to see how this is not the right theory. It does not imply total non-existence at any time or at any place. When we say that an object does not exist, it means that it exists at some other place or at some other time, but not that it is totally non-existent. Unless and until I know something prior, we cannot deny the existence of it. For example, after knowing Gopal as a person with his characteristics, then me asking where he lives becomes a relevant enquiry, but not in absence of any knowledge about Gopal. I can't directly start a conversation or ask where he lives. It will make no sense. Gopal exists. I carry the knowledge of Gopal. Therefore, I ask, where does he live? If I say Gopal doesn't exist, it means he doesn't exist in front of me at this very moment, but he exists elsewhere. So, non-existent not necessarily mean that object doesn't exist. Therefore, the logic is untenable. Also, the defect with this school of thought is they don't have any basis, pramanam, evidence to their teaching. And they also deny the fundamental pramanam like pratyaksha. Now let's see Yogachara. He makes a concession to the Madhyamika. The concession is he admits the existence of knowledge. The way he says is knowledge is nothing but a series of ideas, flowing thoughts, a series of ideas. And that's why we see the Buddhists try to stop their thought process. So the Yogacharya idea is the knowledge is nothing but a series of ideas. The external object that we see are the projections of internal ideas, but they are not real. They don't exist actually. And this knowledge is momentary, kshanikam. It changes. There is no difference between knowledge and external object. Now let's see the issue here. If everything is momentary, then there is no relationship between cause and effect, as they are of two different nature. If we agree to this theory, then we have to agree that the presence of, say for example, a presence of a donkey is related to the smoke of the hill, which doesn't make any sense. Also, when they say everything is series of ideas as one continuous process, the problem with this theory is that there is no determining factor to establish a correlation between the earlier event and the later one. Without admitting a permanent cognizer, a jnata, a knower, there cannot be a connection between the previous event and the later event. Unfortunately, their theory is wrong because they do not accept the existence of Atma. Now let's see Sautrantika. He goes one step further than the Yogacharya. Yogacharya made a concession by accepting the existence of knowledge, but he denied the existence of external object. Now the Sautrantika, he admits the existence of the external object in addition to the knowledge, but the object is not directly perceived. That's a point here. He accepts both knowledge and external object. But the point is, he makes is that object is not directly perceived. It has to be anumanam. Through anumanam means inferred. It has to be inferred on the basis of the knowledge. So he accepts the anumanam as pramanam. Now the objection to this one is object exists but cannot be perceived directly itself does not make any logic. There I see a object, a ball in front of me, and I have to, now he says that you cannot understand the ball directly. It has to be through inference. Unless an object is directly seen, either now or in past, how can one infer? I should have had a previous experience that this is ball, which is round in shape. I cannot tell this is ball. Unless I have seen snake in past, I wouldn't have inferred a rope to be a snake when I see a rope now. So this school of thought also rejected, should be rejected. The last one, Vaibhashika, they are far more accommodative compared to the other three. In order to overcome the defects pointed out in these theories that's been presented in the other three schools, that is Madhyamika, who denies everything is Shunyam, Yogacharya, who accepted the knowledge but denied the external object, Sautrantika, who admitted both jnana, knowledge, and the existence of external object, but one thing he said was, it cannot be perceived directly. That was the problem. So Vaibhashika accepted, saying that the object can be perceived directly. That's how they progressed from nowhere to somewhere. Namaste, Hare Krishna.